I have a question.
Yes.
Can we start our interview by doing the Predator handshake?
Oh, yes. Did you know that I do this with my friends?
No, I saw your shirt, and then you were just talking about Predator. I was like, oh wait a minute, ask about you.
I'll be Arnie. You be Carl
Okay.
So it's like a villain. You son of a. What's the matter, CIA? Because you're pushing too many pencils.
Not the accent.
Yeah, I got to do it all.
Oh, the accent took me out.
Yourself.
The accent
Come on,
took
I can do the whole
me
movie.
out.
Let's go.
Oh, I love that.
Let's go.
So there's a lot about Wolfman that I'm very, very excited about because I was originally excited, and then when the casting change happened, I love Chris Abbott, so I was like, okay, I'm even more excited. And then I saw that trailer, and I was terrified. So,
well, good. That's three good things.
Yes, I was terrified. So when you are doing something that is such an iconic Universal monster movie, but you're making it for like modern sensibility and modern horror audiences, which scare a lot harder.
Yeah.
How do you navigate honoring the past while making sure you're making a movie that a modern audience is going to be on the edge of their seat from?
It's really tough. It's all just guesswork.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's the thing with movies. You're separated from your audience. I guess if you're doing a play, you can take the audience's temperature from night to night. Yeah, I think I need to play that scene bigger because the audience didn't love that, or that line didn't get a laugh tonight. I got to change that. Mm-hmm. You're getting this instant feedback. But with a movie, you make the film in pieces, you assemble it in a dark room, you just throw it out into the world, and you just never know how people are going to react. So this movie is my best guess at what people would love. The easiest way to think of it is I'm making the movie that I would want to see. And you hope that there's other people who would want to see that too.
Well, yeah, and in that trailer, I was just literally watching it like, no, girl, get in the car. Don't get out of the car. Who cares? Like, don't look at anything. Right. Just lock the door. You'll be fine. Mm-hmm. But it's the silence and the like anticipation of it, and knowing all that stuff, and it's so cool to kind of see that. But you also have to have it paired with someone like Chris Abbott, who you're like, you trust his face in the beginning, and then you can't trust it later on.
Yes.
For you, when you are looking at these actors, how do you kind of like, especially with a situation like this where there was a casting announcement and then it switched to Chris, how do you make sure that like, well, the audience is going to have to love him out the gate, so then when we do like become terrified of him, it's even worse?
Yeah, I mean, just finding a great actor. I think a great actor like Chris can do anything. He can do a comedy. I mean, I thought he was very funny in Poor Things. I've seen him play so much. I've seen him play a desperate drug addict. I've seen him play funnier roles. On the Count of Three, I don't know if you saw that movie. He was great in that. So I knew what he was capable of as an actor, and my job then is to kind of throw these things at him, like, okay, now try this color, now try this color. And he's not a father himself, but when he was acting the scenes with Matilda, there was this instant connection. Like, he was so connected to her and ended up feeling quite paternal towards her by the end of the shoot. So I trust in his ability, and then it's on me to shape what I want from him. Yeah.
Well, yeah, and I heard you mention earlier the Royal Hotel, which I think is such a weird
scary,
and creepy
tense.
Movie. But I did love it, and I love Julia Garner in it because, most people are like, oh, Ozark. Like, they know her from certain things, or they're like, oh, she's Anna Delvey. Like, it's whatever they look at her and see. But seeing that movie, I was like, oh, no, she can really do everything. And when you have a character like that who is a woman who is like, her husband's the one chasing them, and she has to kind of contend with keeping the child safe while also dealing with that. As a filmmaker, what for you is the most fun to get to play within that sandbox with a character?
The fun part for me is in the assembly, because the thing is, as I was saying, when you're making a movie, you do shoot it in these little pieces, and I do like doing a big long take. I'm known for wanting to do these big dialogue scenes in one take. On Invisible Man, I remember doing the final dinner scene with Elizabeth Moss and Oliver Jackson Cohen. We did that whole scene in one. And they were saying, like, this is like a play, a little mini one-act play. So I love doing that. But when you're doing action scenes, the thing that you're talking about, running away from something, being terrified because something's coming at you, that needs to be so broken apart. It's so mechanical that I feel like I only really see how it's coming together in the edit room. I spend a lot of time thinking, like, is this going to work? Bye, guys. No touching. That is so illegal. That's assault.
We have it on camera.
Hey, goodbye, Jason. You're done. It is So I'm on set and I'm looking at somebody run, and it's like cut, and it's like move the camera over here, run again, and you just have no idea. You're like, is this working? Is it not working? You have a picture in your head, but who knows? And so I would say that there's a lot of maybe self-doubt when you make, for me, when I'm making a movie that doesn't coalesce and turn into confidence until I'm in the post-production stage.
Well, and for my last question, I just want to ask, when you've obviously adapted things in the past, and now you're adapting this, but adapting horror stories are so much fun because we have the monster creatures, and you can do your own thing with them. But then we have like authors like Stephen King who have this legacy as horror writers. Is there something that you're like, I really want to put my hand on that thing, whether it is like a Stephen King novel or something that's not a Universal monster?
Cool. Well, I could say like, oh, I'd love to do a James Bond movie. I actually don't think that would be very fun, only because it's somebody else's baby, and you're a tourist.
Yeah.
And you're there to just direct traffic and get it done. And people can do that really well. I'm just not the person for that. My favorite thing is giving people something new. I love making Wolfman and Invisible Man, but I'm trying to think for my next one. I'm like, original movies. I grew up in an era when original movies were coming out every week.
Yeah.
Gremlins, Ghostbusters, whatever, Back to the Future, Goonies, it's that classic 80s era of movies. And I saw all those movies in theaters, all those movies we just mentioned. Yeah. That's how old I am. I saw Goonies, Back to the Future, Gremlins, and Ghostbusters.
I was just a few
theaters.
years shy. Right, it's fine. Right, I'm not that young. It's fine.
So it's like, what a time. I'm envious of people during that time because Hollywood was really embracing. Now there is a lot of reliance on IP. But be the change and all that. I want to put original films out there. I love doing films like Wolfman, but I also love doing like a story that's where someone can say, "Oh, this is a world I had no idea about, and now I'm in it." And I've seen that turn into something. Saw was an original movie that I wrote, and James Wan and I did it, and now it's a thing. Now we've seen how that has metastasized into a fan base of people. So it's a beautiful thing to witness when you create something and then people take it into their own house. It's like, it's mine now. If I can keep doing that, I'd be so happy.
I can't wait to see what you do next, but I really can't wait to see Wolfman.
I'm so excited for you to see it. Thank you so much.
Of course.
Thank you
It was so nice meeting you.
Yeah,
Have a great one.
Nice to meet you too. What do we got here? Taylor's,
Stayed Gold.
Now, are these from the Taylor Swift concert, or is this different?
This is from The Outsiders.
Oh, is this really?
Yeah. Well, the
play, the Broadway show.
She made it for me because mine broke from the play.
Oh,
so I got so upset she made it for me. This is Cowboy Like Me, which was a Taylor song, but my friend gave it to me because I was going to the Twisters junket. So she gave me those.
Oh, really? Of course.
And then my dad's dad, which is Dead Dad Club.
What does it say?
Dead Dad Club, because my dad's dead.
Oh my God. I don't even know where to go with that one. I'm like, you know what? I'm glad you have that on. I think your dad would appreciate it.
He'd be like, that's a good one.
He would.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.